easy for everyone to understand that if Colony Investments were to breach the contract and let's say, say let's say that we don't want to give anyone their money, or like the houses are done being built, or the houses are done being built, they've been sold, all that other stuff. It's been rented, and we just want to do a refund. We just want to give you your money back. Like we've already made the investment, we built the place up. We want to, essentially just give you back your money. That's not fair to you guys, because then essentially I get to walk away with all that profit, which would be a substantial amount of profit. So one thing I wanted to discuss, because some people are just like, no, I just want my money back, because breach of contract can be also if the project fails. Now I've told you all that I would be financially backing this project because I am like the CEO. Um, but realistically, a breach of contract can go one of two ways, and it's essentially you guys can all get your money back, or what we can do is liquidate all assets in regards to Project One. So that would be liquidating the land, the homes, and the rental properties, and then dividing it based on everyone's initial investment. So I kind of want to get it. I wanted to get some feedback from you guys because here's the thing. Now, like I said, typically speaking, should the project fail, uh, most people would just want their money back, right? And I hear that most of the time, but it's a double edged sword because some people might say, well, you already built all the homes, you already built all the houses, you have the rental properties going. We want to liquidate everything, which I agree we should do. But then you have on the other hand, they're like, well, what if the project doesn't work, right? What if it costs more than what we're willing to put out? And it doesn't. It doesn't. But these are possibilities that people will think about. And I kind of wanted to get a feel from everyone if you guys are more inclined to just getting your money back, or completely liquidating all land and assets on the home and then dividing it. That's the only component I wanted to add to the breach of contract. Um, and I didn't want to add that in there right now. I wanted to essentially get a feel for what everyone in the community wanted, and then essentially go from there. Because if I put it in there, there's always FUD. But if I leave it to you guys, then you guys will have to kind of accept the community vote on that. Um, so yeah, if you guys want to I'm gonna go over this again. We're just gonna wait to see if there's a few more people. I'll probably give it like 5 or 10 more minutes, and then I'd love to hear from everyone. Um, Other than that, on a side note, oh, you sent the announcement on. Okay, see. Um, I wonder if I can post this. I do have. Okay, yeah. So after this AMA, I do have a meeting with Kyle from RLF in regards to basically the timeline for our announcements. Um, he told me that essentially there are two other announcements that are lined up before me. Um, and yeah, like essentially as soon as those two are done, they're going to go in and make the announcement. Now uh, they wanted to do like a, what do you call it, a video, like a marketing video and all that other stuff. But I really don't need all that nonsense. I don't really need like a 30 second or 60 second video, because the project is realistically not hard. It's not hard to understand. It's not hard to explain. You could probably explain the whole damn project in less than 5 minutes. Um, so I kind of just told them straight up that, like, in order for us to keep moving forward, just a simple article, just a quick shout out announcing that we will be moving over to our left chain, and I guess the dynamic of our relationship. So it's good. It's a lot better than where it was yesterday. I don't know if one of you guys went out there and spoke with him. If you did, thank you, because it did a lot for us. Because I was not getting the same level of communication that I was prior to. Um, but everything is going along quite fine. So okay, we have a decent number now. Um, so yeah, let's get into it. For the new people that join, um, one of the aspects that I wanted to talk to you all about is the breach of contract. Like I was mentioning before, there's two ways that you guys can go about this. You guys can either have in the breach of contract that you guys will receive a complete refund, or you guys can have in the contract that all land assets would be liquidated and then dispersed accordingly to each NFT holder. So that would essentially go. We would essentially divide it up into equal parts, and we would all go from there. Now, I want you all to think about that carefully, right? Now, essentially, I will be finishing this project regardless. Um, so in that aspect, I can assure you that the project will be finished. But at the end of the day, you don't know who I am. Um, you don't know anything really about me. You know a few things, but not the entire scope. So that's why we left out the whole breach of contract um, out there because I wanted to leave that one aspect to you guys. I wanted you guys to kind of take it by the reins and do your own thing essentially. So if you guys want to have a discussion or uh, let me know what you guys are thinking right now, we could talk about it. So just to let you guys know, there's really realistically only two options, um, and we can go from there. Because and just to mention for the liquidation of the assets and the land, the reason why we're doing that is because, like I said before, it's not fair if everyone invests all their money and then the homes are built and then the rental properties are going and then I say, oh, I'm just gonna refund you guys all your money back, right? That is complete bullshit. But it is at the end of the day a possibility that can happen. That's why I left the breach of contract out. So I'm gonna leave it to you guys if you guys want to discuss or just hop up on hop in Gen Chat, not Gen Chat. Well, in the chat that's here in the AMA live hosting chat, and tell me what you guys think about that.
So, over the past 24 hours, have you made any changes or started any marketing? And when should we see that market push start to take effect?
You should see the market push begin on Thursday. So a lot of the YouTubers got back to us, and we kind of organized everybody in succession of one another. So the first YouTube video will be dropped Thursday, and then the first Twitter post should be Friday night, and we're kind of running it for 2 weeks with a different YouTuber and a different, Twitter influencer. We are actually speaking with someone who has I think 3 or 4 million followers, um, with in regards to like advertising and marketing. But we're gonna run it for those 2 weeks, and then after that, I think the project will speak for itself. We should see some growth, and we'll kind of just go from there.
Okay, are you able to share with us who you are giving or who's going to be doing those videos and tweets?
No, I'm not going to be sharing that, but I will be posting the videos and the Twitter links every day. So in regards to the breach of contracts, like you guys are the ones who are mostly in my Gen chat, and have a solid idea of what colony investments are. What do you guys think you would like, or what do you think the people would prefer? We want to do it where everyone either if in and like I said, this is just a component that I think everyone should have in the contract, regardless of what we're doing. Um, and let's go from there because, like I said, the project won't fail. Um, but at the end of the day, it is a component that people want to have. It's a security measure that people should have in any contract. So if you guys can just give me a little bit of feedback and we can talk about it. Liquidation for me, right? Like I like that's what like I don't want to jump the gun and say liquidation is the best, but like that's initially what I thought. But at the end of the day, I do want to leave this for you guys to decide because there may be some people who choose not to, or there may be a majority who choose not to. Um, and I think it's best to leave this part to you guys. Will you share the name of the property management company? Absolutely, yeah. If that's what you guys want, we can. It's a numbered company, so like I'm leaning towards at least receiving back initial investment. Liquidation doesn't seem guarantee an amount, right? See, and that's another component that I understand as well. Um, so yeah, for Juan Roll, it's a numbered company, so I could just go and post that and have you guys check it out. In the event of liquidation, do we get our initial investment back? You most likely will. Like if we do a liquidation, you have to understand that even if we do, like all homes will be built, but let's say a worst case scenario, 70 or 80 homes are built, you'll get more than your initial investment back. The land alone would actually cover 30 to 40% of the initial investment. And like to help everyone out, like the contract that I have going out with our future partner, I'm actually asking for liquidation because in the event that they don't have the funds to give me my initial my initial investment back, they can claim bankruptcy and just completely fuck me. um, no, so BMAPs, what we're talking about is in the contract. We haven't stated a breach of contract, and right now we're discussing the breach of contract. But then in that case, that's really more of a partial refund guarantee, is what you mean, just based on the land price. Right, right. So essentially, in the liquidation, the land would essentially guarantee you guys a partial refund, and then the homes and all that other stuff would kind of go into getting you the full initial refund, and then anything else more. Um, it's like I said, it's not a component. Uh, I don't want to say that you shouldn't think about it. You should absolutely think about it. It's actually wrong for me to even. Yeah, I shouldn't say that. It's a necessary component. I hope we never get there. We realistically speaking, we should never ever get there. Even if it costs an extra million to complete this project, I don't think that would be would be hard for me to come up with at all. I can essentially write that today if I wanted to. Um, but it is a component to a contract that we should all have. Like no matter how you do business. So like I said, going back to our partnership, like to my partnership, in the event that anything were to happen to them, I would actually own uh, technology because they would have to liquidate it, or I would, whoever buys it, and if they come up with my initial investment, well then they would. But if they can't, then technically I own everything, right? So that's the way I typically do contracts if I'm investing in something like that, where I would own the technology unless a buyer comes in and buys it for more than my initial investment. Um, so yeah, that's like I prefer that, but at the same time, there are some cases where you do not want to do that, and you just want to take back your initial refund. But then it also opens you up to the possibility, and this is just for future references. I won't take claim bankruptcy because I have a lot more to lose than like this one. Like if I were to claim bankruptcy, I would lose way way more than this project is worth. Uh, Wants to wait till you do some outside AMAs. um, I totally hear you, Lamp. Oh, I see what you're saying. Um, um, the only thing is, like, I do want to get the contract rolled out. I do want to have it posted for everyone to see. So that's why I kind of wanted to speak with you guys. And like looking at the audience right now, the majority of you are the guys who are in my Gen chat, constantly talking, constantly getting engaged with the project. That's why I want to speak with you guys in regards to this. So essentially, like if you guys want to just keep discussing, like the more points you bring up is the better, so we can get more clarification and we can see what is the best course of action. Yeah, so that's essentially what I want to have, Smacky. Smacky. I like the name. Um, um, yeah, like this AMA is essentially like to for you guys to essentially discuss this one component, um, because it is a very big important. Like it's very very important that we have this in place, um, so that essentially like it holds someone accountable to some regard. And like I said, I think I want I like I'm seeing mixed feelings here, so I kind of want like maybe we just discuss more. What do you guys think? Like some of you are typing. Like let's. No question is a stupid question. How you feel is how you feel. So feel free to type out what you think, man. Agreed. That is correct. Liquidation is the way. Yeah, even selling the homes at purchase price, will get our initials. Yeah, no, definitely. But even if, oh look, it's Kyle. Oh my days, Kyle, get up here, buddy. Someone in Kyle. Yeah. Well, no, like I said, it's okay. Invite to speak. Yeah, invite him to speak. Um, so I'm just gonna do a
Yeah.
quick introduction. Hey, Kyle, what's up, buddy?
Hey, well, how you doing? Yeah. All I wanted to do was just listen. I wasn't really.
Okay, okay, okay,
I
okay.
wasn't.
My
I
bad.
wasn't planning to come here and talk. It's just like, you know what? He's doing an AMA. Let me go listen. I love kind of investment, so I thought, I'd come
Thank you,
here and
man.
listen.
I appreciate that. Okay, you can go back down then.
All right,
No
man.
problem.
Thank
You
you.
can start as well. It's all good.
All right, thank you.
So okay, no. Here's the thing, Max Badges. Essentially, once that funding comes in, the homes have to be built. Um, even if you were to take into consideration the value of the land, plus the amount of homes that we have for foundation, like the amount of foundations that are built, um, the land value would then exceed the total cost of this project. That is one component that you guys can look at as well. Like I said, I'm not trying to sway you guys in any way. I just want to present the facts to you. And essentially, when you look at it, the because in the event that I breach the contract, they're gonna have to present to me, or I'm gonna have to present to them where all the funding went, where did all the money get spent, that whole shebang, right? Um, then if I spent it negligently, like let's say I went partying or I went and took flights or all this other nonsense, um, not only will I have to honor the breach in the contract, you all can collectively sue me, and go for even more funds after that and actually come after me personally, which would be fantastic. Well, not for me, but like it's fantastic for you guys that you guys have the idea that you guys can do that. Home in the Bahamas. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Listen, you guys could timeshare it out behind yourselves. But essentially, like these are the discussions I want. Like I've always mentioned to you that there are going to be components to quality investments that you guys get to decide. And what we have to know who you are, though. Oh, you kind of know. You've seen my face. You know. Oh yeah. You know what? My name is out there, but I think once two partnerships are launched, you guys will have my full name. But again, like here's the thing, and this is what I want to really get back to. In the event that we build the homes, I have nudes of him. I'll release them if he doesn't stick to his word. Yeah, you know what? It's really fucked up because it's slightly true. uh Kyle actually does have some very important identification, um of me.
You should send those
uh
over to me.
I, kiss my ass. It's not a nice picture. um but no, like to I guess to specifically, I don't know if I should say it. Raise your hand. Kyle, if I do, I apologize, Kyle. But we do have a future partnership, and I have already actually given them like one of my government IDs, to show them who I am. So if anything were to happen, most of you are from a certain protocol, and I don't see any reason why they wouldn't oust. He put his hand up, so let me not invite to speak.
Yeah. So essentially, guys, um, Tyler, it's no secret now. We are actually in talks with Colony Investments, to get a partnership going. Something, in my opinion, a lot bigger than a partnership. I can't exactly talk about what it is until the deal is signed and everything, but
Correct,
it's
mundo.
yeah, it's unbelievably bullish for both Red Light Finance and also Colony Investments. And Colony Investment CEO. I don't know. Did he give you your first name?
I gave them my first name and
Okay,
like
so
the
I,
first
I can
initial
call
of
you.
my
I
last
can
name.
call. Okay, so I can call you Tyler then.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, and Tyler is completely and thoroughly KYC to me and Red Light, so
Yeah.
he's not hiding from anyone or anything realistically. And as the partnership goes with Red Light, we will be pushing for more KYCs, etc. So not just with Tyler, but also with all of our partners. And Tyler has, to be honest, I mean, I know who this guy is, and you know, um, I pretty much vouch for him, to be honest. And and
I appreciate that,
I
homie.
don't say that lightly. Like
I
I've
know,
never vouched for anyone. So
I
yeah,
know,
I'll
I
I'll
know.
I'll I'll, I'll I'll give you back the stage, bro.
Thank you, thank you. Um, Oh, you know what, Kyle, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Like you know, I'm always trying to be as open and honest as I possibly can be. But that's yeah. So like, you know what? Like, I guess when that happens, I have no problem. I will actually, you know what? I'm not probably gonna send you the documentation that I sent RLF, but I can send you some documentation for you guys to like see exactly who I am, and the rest of my team because, uh, we're not like we're not thieves. We have nothing to hide. So essentially, it's more of just timing on our part. Um, so however, I do want to get back to the topic at hand, which is like because this will actually become legal. This is like the component that we're waiting on for the contracts to come out and for it to be fulfilled, and um, I actually do want to get this out because this has been inhibiting a few things. But I wanted to get you guys to get in and get involved. So like let's keep discussing because I can see where some people would just want their initial investment back. I absolutely can see that. But I can also see like realistically speaking, it's the safest route if you were to essentially risk it just a little bit more and take the aspect for liquidation where the project would have to liquidate so the land would have to be for sale. Whatever homes are built or whatever's there is also going to be liquidated. You're good to go. Now, one thing that I want to mention is the land was valued at like 600,000 US. Uh, that was while it was agricultural land. We had it rezoned for housing. So the value of that land exponentially increased. Um, and that's in both of our benefits because I've been kind of open and transparent with everyone in regards to what my plan is. 25 to 30 years down the line, I do plan on selling the property management company, and they'll have to honor the contract and keep it moving forward. So another component to the contract would be any parties that were to purchase the property management still have to honor the NFT agreement. Um, and they will probably do any modifications in the sense that if they want to rebuild homes, they have to sell it to you guys at cost price and do something like that, and then it has to be approved by you guys. These will all be things that later down the line, when we get to it, we'll kind of discuss. So oddly enough, I hope we're not using Discord. I hope there's maybe a more friendly way for all of us to sit down, maybe in the metaverse, and we can all discuss. We'll have a meta concert, and everyone will be able to vote like in Star Wars. What we'll do and what it'll look like when we come to that. Um, but yeah, like I think because for me, like I've said, our team makes money because of the property management company that runs there. But again, I digress. Um, like I was saying before, if you take back the initial investment, Daddy Panda Colony Fund, what is the country? What country is the company incorporated in? It's gonna be in the Bahamas, but what I'm gonna do essentially is tie it to three other companies, which is one in the Bahamas, one in Canada, and one in America. So that you guys will have a solid avenue to basically come after all of us, but it also gives us a solid network to disperse money for tax purposes. Um, there's a lot of nitty gritty that goes on in the beginning stages. Towards the end, it's very easy because there's almost no taxes that you'll be facing in Bahamas. But the initial start to get everything off the ground required us to kind of move funds throughout different countries and get everything kind of sorted. But all of them will be listed in the contract. Uh, is it still no 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 no? The company is registered. All companies are registered. We've already like built all the companies. I can help you get it to Malta if you want to impact the year in pro. You know what? Eventually, maybe like I said, with project 2, 3, 4, like they're all open ended. We never know what we'll essentially do because we haven't fully decided. But I do want to get back to the topic at hand. How do you guys feel about the breach of obligation or breach of contract? Do you guys feel and casino? Yeah, yeah. Listen, man, it's actually funny you guys mentioned that. I'm actually my cousin has another company, like a solar panel company, and he's actually in talks with a casino right now. So the last few days, I've been I've been helping him over there because I get like a small royalty from helping him. Have you disclosed the name of the companies yet? Okay, so one of them will be our head company. The other ones are just numbered companies. Numbered companies are essentially harder to find if you don't have the number. but you guys will all have the access to all the numbered companies, so you guys can like look through the database and go from there. But to get back to the topic at hand, you guys have to really discuss like again, the safest route is to get back your initial investment. However, let's say the project is done. I want to breach the contract. All these homes are built. You all know what the value is. You all know that we can make a stupid killing off doing that. It's a dick move to do. Now I would never do that, especially because then all of you would come after me, and I'm pretty sure Kyle would expose me in 2 seconds because regardless of us being friends, it'd be the right thing to do. I'm saying that it'd be the right thing to do. Um, but yeah, like the liquidation would force us to sell all homes so that everyone gets more. It's like essentially get in 0.5 seconds. Yeah. So what's it called? Liquidation is probably the event where you guys will get back the majority of your money, right? Um, if not more. You would actually get back. Well, you would actually. Let me rephrase that. You would get back all of your money plus more, plus what was kind of promised in the white paper. Yeah, it would, and that's why RLF is very careful with who they partner with. Aside from that, like RLF and I have been in communication, more so me and Kyle, because aside from RLF, me and Kyle talk, pretty much every day. Um, Aside from like the last 2 weeks, I think we've both been busy. Um, but no, they like I said, when it comes to the RLF, because I've kind of KYC to them fully, they have who I am, my name, my government ID, all that great stuff. I think it's more of a security for them as well, to not only to save their reputation because what they have is huge, and a lot of people are going to come on to try to take advantage of that. Um, but kind of want to hear. Remember, we're not in RLF. We can keep this for RLF. Gonna happen, but needs to be there. Yeah, exactly. No. It's not gonna happen, but it needs to be in the contract. Absolutely, yes. That's the correct method of thinking because you have to think about it like this. It has to be there. You guys should get accustomed to, having contracts in place where these things are there. It's very easy for someone to say, oh, don't worry about it. We'll never be there, and be very bullish about the project. And I hope all of you are very bullish about the project. Why do you need failsafes if you make it impossible for a single entity to fully control everything? F anyone over? If you make it. Like especially the past months was never super easy, but it has become significantly harder and will continue to become harder and harder. Yeah, no, dude, you're gonna be getting shit on and be dealing with 1,000 applicants and you won't even know where to start. Um, it's hard when you like your team will have to expand to a huge like I think what's gonna happen with RLF is right now they're just in a very stagnant period, and this is my personal take on it. This is not like inside information. What I think is going to happen is they're going to have like an overnight explosion or a 1 week explosion where it just exponentially keeps increasing every single day, to a point where Red Light Finance's biggest issue is going to be hiring because they're going to need more Kyles to be speaking to everybody, um, realistically speaking. But no, it's hard. Like when you're doing partnerships, it's definitely hard. And I thought it was a lot easier when I first started. Once we get rolling, oh boy, yeah, no. But like I thought partnerships were a lot easier than expected. Um, and there's sometimes partners want more than what they're asking, and they require a lot more than what you're willing to give, and vice versa. And it's a very difficult, touchy thing, especially when some of these projects aren't KYC. Like I don't see who that person is. I've never seen their face. There's a lot, and you also have to kind of get a read for a person, and there's a lot of components for it. Um, RLF, outside of Colony Investments, that is one component, but back to the topic at hand, which is a very big thing for Colony, that we kind of need to get the ball rolling on is. What do you guys feel is the best way? Do you guys just want your initial investment back, or would you guys like to have the liquidation going on, and then from there we can discuss more and keep it going. Liquidation, easy peasy. Okay, well that's one vote for. You know what? If you guys want to just give me a quick raise of hands for everyone in favor of initial investment back. So I'm gonna let from 4:33 till 4:34. If everyone just raise.
Or really just number like in the live
Yeah,
hosting,
yeah,
just put number one if you're for liquidation and two, or like for the initial investment and two for something else.
yeah. That actually worked too. Yeah.
I have a better idea.
Excuse me.
Hit with the emoji for
There
you,
we go.
brother. So it definitely looks like
Number two is liquidation. Something else. No, no. I think he meant number two as.
we'll do here. Just you guys redo your vote there. Three is gonna be. Did that not save? Really?
You know what? I think we got the point. I think they're more entitled to do liquidation. Yeah. So I'm glad that actually kind of makes me happy. Ooh, ooh. Oh, now you're just fucking with me, guys. Now you're just screwing.
Yeah.
Yo, not.
I kind of screwed with them a little bit. I was going on my head, but it's looking like the liquidation here. Although I
Yeah.
do keep seeing that 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 8, 7.
Oh man. Um, just joining on the fun. Um, should for sure liquidate everything and then some. Yeah. So, like I said, the evaluation for the land was at 600,000 when it was agricultural. Once we have, I'm pretty sure they want liquidation. Yeah. Right. Um, once wouldn't I would say that the probably the value of, I don't want to give it like a stupid high number, but I want to be realistic. The fact that we got the land rezoned, and now it's good to go for residential homes. The land is probably worth like 850 to 900, maybe a million or more. But I'd probably say like 850 to 900,000, because it would be. I wish erosion took place and land magically became beachfront property, because then it would be worth a stupid amount of money. It'd be like $200,000-300,000 per acre. Um, so okay, you know what? I'll drop some alpha. I'll drop some alpha for you fuckers because you guys have been asking for a really long time. The property is located in Nassau, Bahamas. Um, as to the location, I've discussed with the lawyer, and he's really against basically us showing the deed for the land, and that's due to the fact that all of you guys are strangers, and the possibility of running into someone being able to forge the deed and create a problem is very high. Uh, so what we're gonna do is basically land like we're gonna have the contract in place, and Nassau Bahamas. If you have not been, Nassau Bahamas is one of the nicest places you'll ever fucking go. How do your brother and sisters gotta meet? To can't keep Thailand. Well done with clear moderation. Hey, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thanks, Kevin. Thanks, man. Acres is your land over in the Bahamas.
So I just want to quickly, 1 second, 1 second. It is 60 something acres. Forget the actual number. But that's my parents bought that like years ago. And then me and my brother got it. Like I think they gave it to us a while back. But yeah, now the one thing I actually wanted to mention is not all that land is going to be used. I don't think it's necessary for us to utilize all that land. Um, so just a little thing. I can't say where. However, once the foundation is basically put on, and all the foundations are on the fucking land, not only will I have already, well, I should be flying down there a week prior to, so I will be taking a trip to the Bahamas. Kind of like I need to see it for myself. Same with my team. We should all pretty much be down there, kind of dispersing ourselves and making sure that we're all able to oversee. 1 second, guys. We are starting soon. 1 second. Come here. Don't cry. Come here. Come here. Sorry, guys. My dog's a little sick, so he was crying. I was going to pick him up. I can't give away the location, but when the foundations of the homes are pretty much done, I will be able to give away the location to all of you, and that's because like I don't think anyone will be able to do anything. One of the foundations, but not giving that out yet. But it is very, 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 very soon. The lines have actually been completed. So they got completed 2 days ago. And Paul forgot to inform me that all lines were finished. But he mentioned it to my brother, and my brother has already gotten the contractors ready to start building all foundations. We have 3 different companies working on building foundations just to speed up the process, which was very, very, very good and very beneficial for all of us. So all the city lines are there. Plumbing is good to go. Electrical is good to go, which is like fucking phenomenal. Um, and yeah, as soon as that kind of rolls in, any photos from site. So what's gonna happen as soon as they start doing the foundation? I'm gonna say once they get like the first 5 or 6 foundations down, I'm gonna take a photo, because like if I take a photo of just one, you guys are gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? It's just one, right? So as soon as they get like the first 5 or 6 done, which should probably be, I would say in a week. They can do more would be like fantastic. I'm expecting, and that's per company, so I'm expecting like 5 to 6 to be done per company, in a week. So I would say maybe in a week's time, once they start, we should be good to go, and we're gonna go from there. And then I'll take a picture, and then I'll send it off for you guys, or they'll send me a picture, and then I'll just have it posted. Because once the foundations are all done, I'm gonna be in there. You guys will also have to actually come into another AMA for the landscaping. So we are going to be doing a little bit of landscaping to make sure that the area looks nice and presentable. So you guys are going to have to pick the kind of flowers that we go with, or the decor that we essentially go with for each home. Um, all that great stuff.
You guys better choose some good looking trees.
Oh, okay. So basically, there'll be my design, Christian's designs, Paul designs, and Kumar's design, and then everyone kind of goes from there. So we're essentially gonna go from there.
That is a question, Max, that everyone has been asking for a while now. When are we going to see the blueprints? I think Tyler Games and Wonders, my friend, is really soon. When are you planning on releasing those?
So I was gonna release a video a week ago in regards to like the home and how it looks on the inside, but there was a small error. They've ended up fixing it now. Chris, so Chris is not a core team member, but Chris is basically our mutual contact for our prefab homes. He has been. Please hire a specialist for this. DJs don't need to pick that. No, no, no. So we hired like landscapers, and they kind of present us with a bunch of ideas. But we all went reached out to like different landscapers, and we all picked what we like, and then we're gonna kind of go from there. You really don't need a specialist to pick. Like you're not doing serious landscaping. We're not putting bricks down and these amazing pathways. It's very simple homes. You have to remember that we're not building $1 million homes. We're building budget homes. This will ensure that we get quick sales. Right? A lot of the homes in the area I've watched now are going for 380, 400,000, for something very, very simple. So we're following that same trend, but um, we're also doing it for the people who can't afford homes, who are also waiting. Um, if you look at like the Bahamas economy, unless you're working in banking, you're not really making that much money. So what we want to do for the young people that are in there is obviously offer budget homes so that we'll get a quick sale. If the average home in the area is selling for 380, 400,000 for something very simple, Imagine when we drop down our budget homes, we will, completely destroy that entire market. So for the homes that are for sale, they all have their own insurance. The property management company will require all renters to have contents insurance because we will not be covering their contents insurance. So they'll need to actually get their own insurance, but the property management company will be paying for insurance for the rental properties. But the homes for sale, no. A very small component, basically like the landscaping around, will be protected by the property management company, but we also pay insurance for that, so we have nothing to worry about. However, it is kind of tricky because we got a $20,000 deductible, which was like okay, so it's weird. It's a very tricky situation, so I'm gonna see. But they also said after like 3 4 years, if there's no issue, then the deductible will decrease as well. It's a very tricky situation, but I don't think there should be anything going on. There'll be a maintenance team on site for the property management company. Remember, we can't just claim all of that in income. We need to have expenses as well. So the best way to expense is just through getting employees, and we already need employees to be running the area. Um, so yeah, that's essentially how it's gonna work. We're kind of leaving it to the tenants for the rental properties. Um, that's about it. I think so. Okay, I think we're good for liquidation, which is fantastic. Um, I guess I can finally put it at the 2 a.m. thing. Okay. 1 second, guys. Oh, hold on. I mute myself really quick. Just give me one moment, guys. I just gotta step up for 1 second. Daddy Pat, if you want to take over, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what to say here, but the two videos, the AMA video AMA from yesterday with the team and the AMA tonight will be or the AMA from today, it will both, oh my gosh, they will both be released tonight on our YouTube channel. Um yeah. But yes, it is 50 of the we are building 100 homes in total. 50 of them are going to be for sale, as in people buy them, and 50 of them are going to be for rent. That is how you make your 6, 7, 8% a month back from the NFTs. Um, is through the rental properties themselves. There are none for Airbnb or Verbo. What we are going to do, and we are
Okay,
speaking
I'm
about,
back. Sorry.
we are speaking about that in the background. But maybe for project 2 or 3, we are talking about getting homes and stuff for Airbnb. It would be more of a high risk, high reward type NFT where you would buy it, and when someone rents it out, you would get a portion of that profit from that. So it's not necessarily I'm getting $100 every month. It'd be more of this month I got $200 from the NFT. Oh, this month I got 2 cents from the NFT, something like that. So, Juan, the only way we kind of get affected on if there's bad hurricanes or something once the homes are sold or rented is the landscaping in the land itself. Um, we're requiring the people to have homeowners insurance and renters insurance. Those insurances would take care of that part going on there. The only part we would really have to deal with is the land in the aftermath of that, which isn't really that big of a deal. We just go down, fix what we can, plant new trees, plant new flowers, etc.
Bingo, bingo, bingo. Okay, so that was a quick message. I think it should be there soon.
Yeah, exactly. So if you wanted to go and rent out the Airbnb and make $5 or $10 on your NFT and have a fun night wherever we decide to build or buy those Airbnbs. Absolutely. And we are drop some beta news here. We are talking in the background about making something for the investors, just having a home for a vacation spot or whatever you guys want to do, or it'd be really cheap for you guys, but you are able to stay in there and do what you like. Within reason, absolutely, yes.
So you know what? It's actually I do want to apologize for this because I actually kind of like this project was rushed in a little bit in a sense. Um, the idea for Airbnb, uh, and what is it called? Gozu had mentioned it to me. Um, Timeshares. It didn't occur to me that we could have done timeshares. The only reason why we avoided that was because Airbnb, while it can be more profitable, it's not consistent, and it really depends. Um, Timeshares are lame. However, profit wise, timeshares do make quite a bit of money if you can get some suckers in because timeshares are complete BS. Don't do Airbnb. Well, here's the thing, right? In the future, for some projects, we may allocate a very small portion of the homes to do Airbnb, and the reason for that is like I said, Airbnb is not consistent, right? Um, yeah, timeshare is a scam. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Timeshare is a scam. You get fucked so hard
To
in
add on to
timeshare.
what Tyler is saying, we're not doing a project just on Airbnb. So it'd be like maybe two, depending on how big our next project is, we'd have like two Airbnbs or 10 Airbnbs, but there are a very limited slot of those Airbnbs NFTs just because we cannot guarantee profit on that. So that's where the high
Yeah,
risk, high reward comes out with the
and
Airbnbs.
and for everyone to get consistent passive income, rentals are better. Because I could put everyone on a 1 year lease. I could put everyone on a 2 year lease. It's a lot more consistent. It's a lot better for everyone. Um, Airbnbs have the potential for bringing in more profit, but it also has the potential for losing quite a bit of profit, right? Um, because, like I said, I need to make money in this project too. Having tenants is easier because then I guarantee that I'm making I'm hitting my property management fee to everyone across the board, right? I also have to look out for my interest as well. Airbnb, it'd be very hard to like kind of I'd have to end up taking a cut from the Airbnb sales, and those are not guaranteed, right? Uh, Still haven't gotten an answer for 2 years, so screw 'em. Were you throwing parties, Lamp? Huh?
Maybe
You sure? Were you
doing any
having like little?
damage or scams even? Were you a part of a scam?
No, I don't think he would scam, but
Had a good time as in what though?
I think you had an orgy. That's what he's saying. He had an orgy and they found out.
B Maps, Airbnb, you do have to know. Uh,
Yeah, see, like look at that. It costs you money for them not even being used. That's absolutely ridiculous. That's horrendous.
yeah.
Um,
But if we do go that route, we'd have probably like 10 NFT holders, and the NFTs
so
would be. Go ahead.
I want to quickly touch on Johan Foos or Johan. I apologize, I don't know how to say your name, mate. But um, thing is, we're doing budget homes, so the thing is, it's not. I think they'll sell relatively quickly. I think our major factor that we're gonna have a problem with is who can do the 30-day close, the 60-day close, and the 90-day close. Right? There might be some people who are gonna do bridge where they're going to buy the house providing they can sell their home. There may be people who want to downsize, all that kind of stuff. Um, so I think that's going to be the biggest component in terms of waiting for the sale of homes. However, oh well, like the property management company will take care of the rentals for the hurricane insurance, but the homeowners have to do their own thing. That's up to them, and we're gonna actually make it mandatory that they have insurance because I don't want them coming after me. And we're also gonna make sure that they have contents insurance because I'm not gonna be, if your Gucci and Louis Vuitton purse that you never bought but somehow was magically there that day, gets washed away into the ocean, I'm not covering it.
Yep.
Um,
and that just goes to like just like any other renter's insurance, like Geico and Allstate. You have to take pictures and make sure you have that proof of what is in your home for us to be able
yeah,
to cover that,
correct.
and
So,
that will be in their leases.
hey, relax, relax.
He sounds like he's about to bite your dick off.
Yo, honestly, bro, I have this man in my lap. I'm just holding him to tell him chill out. He got fucking pissed. I want to move. Chihuahuas, man. Holy fuck.
And to add on
Um,
to your thing, how long do realtors in the area think it will take to sell? Another thing we have kind of a positivity on that will sell these houses fairly quickly too is we are selling them under the um, price of what they should be sold for. Not by much, but just to get us okay, there's 50 homes for sale, 50 homes for rent. The renting is going to be roughly the same for the square footage of the homes, but with the selling, we're going to be selling them for about $10,000 or $20,000 less than what they would originally go for out in town.
yeah. Let me see where the fuck our lawyer is at. Give me 1 second. So, any owner finance deals in the future in future projects, or this one? No. Um, it's a possibility that we could talk about later on, for sure. If it's something that people are interested in, I don't see why not. Yeah, I really don't see an issue with it.
Yep, and that's where we're going to, right? We want to make right with our community and keep our promises. And if we take a little less out of the profit to be able to continue this project, in the long run, we're making a lot more out of
Correct.
missing ten or
For
twenty
sure.
thousand dollars each home.
I'm just messaging. Let me see. Yeah, listen, I love repossessions. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I love repos. If Oh, chill out. Relax. What happened? What's wrong? Why are you mad?
Default repo. Sorry, gone. Goodbye.
Why are you mad? Relax. It's okay. Chill out. I know you're sick. Come here. Come here.
Yeah, Tyler likes repo, but his dog hates it.
Apparently. Apparently. So, no, I love repossessions. The only thing is the downside to repossessions is sometimes, the homeowner gets really fucking pissed off, and before the bank seizes the property and walks away, he destroys the whole place. I've seen it where they ripped out all the copper pipes, like all the plumbing, took out 2x4 drywall. Now drywall and 2x4 easy to replace. You can spend a day or two, get everything kind of situated out. You prime it and then you paint it over, and everything looks nice. Man, I've seen I've seen them rip out kitchen cabinets, drywall, plumbing, basically left the whole house hollow. Uh, yeah, I've seen it, man. I've seen it. It's definitely not something you guys want to take part in. So it's very hard. Repos can be difficult sometimes. That's why I like multi-unit properties for repos. Um, I used to clean repoed cars in the summer. They were disgusting. Yeah, man. I've actually had a guy, a good friend of mine, pick up some repossessed cars, and typically speaking, what he always told me is, these people are going broke anyways. They can't afford the car or anything, so they stop doing the oil change. And if you don't do your oil change, man, and your engine starts to burn oil, that car is basically gone, right? The cost to fix the damn engine is technically like this. It's most of the time the same cost of the freaking car. So I tend to stay away from repossessed cars unless I can do an engine swap for a very low price. And that's just the engine. There could be a number of issues that's wrong with the friggin' car. But yeah, no, listen, I'm glad that we were all able to. I have a friend that finances cars. You know what? Like, once he sold the same one 5 times. Nice. That's fucking awesome. Um, owner finance might not. Now that I'm thinking about it, owner finance might not be a bad idea because we could build homes sell them at market value, and then act like the bank and not only get like 3 or 4x on just selling it. We can actually gain all the interest that's accrued over 25 years. But again, you guys also have to understand that something like that, in order for you to get your initial funds back, it does take time. However, in the long run, you've made a lot more money, like, absolutely a lot more money. If it's 5x, you know what? That's fair. Yeah, you would get your initial down right off the bat. That's fair. Um, so for us, first time home buyers in our country, we're allowed to do, I think it's 5% up to the $500,000, but everything here costs 1 million. Like every house, townhouses go for 1 million. Semi detaches 1.2, 1.3. Detaches can go up to 2 million, and then it goes from there. For fuck's sake, like condos are at 700,000, 800,000 where I'm from. Um, Real estate is not a pretty game. Well, it's very profitable if you have money. Like it is, but for like the average person, I do technically feel bad for them. It is difficult. A lot of my friends they legitimately have no hope in buying a home in our city. They'd most likely have to go outside our city to even think about purchasing a home. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Come here. Everyone wins. Everyone wins. I just sent a message back to my lawyer. I don't know if this fucker is still in his goddamn meeting. Um, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Buddy, telling me. Trust me. One of my friends actually sold their condo in Toronto. Um, and they moved out to, like, so we're from Toronto. They moved out from Toronto, and went straight to Calgary. They ended up selling their condo, purchasing five fucking condos. One of no, two of them have a mortgage on them, but three of them have zero mortgage. They're all profit, and they live like kings. Like they live amazing down there off that little bit. They have their 5 year plan is to actually have the condos finish pay off, because the mortgage on the two remaining condos, I believe, is 100,000 each. So in 5 years you could easily knock that off, and they want to move out to Bali. It's a really good question. I have answered it before, but I love answering this question. Oh, honestly, 1 second, Johan, you're honestly fucking right, dude. You're honestly, honest to fucking god, oh my fucking god, biggest cocksuckers ever. Um, so I have answered this question before, Smacky Smackson, and it is generally because my real goal is Project Five. I have lawyers get me every time. So I pay an annual. Oh, listen, y'all are getting me pissed off. Um, my honest to god goal is in Project Five. I want to build a condominium. It has always been my goal. Realistically speaking, it would probably take me 20 to 25 years, with my current rate of growth, to be able to afford that, and that's including my brother as well. But if I'm able to, get this project off the ground and build a lot of notoriety, um, uh, essentially, like if I build this well enough, I can get everyone to build this community, and I can get a lot of investors in to actually make my dream come true, right? And that's essentially what my goal is. And then someone mentioned Project Six being a casino, and honestly speaking, maybe at that point, yeah, because if we can all net a profit off the condominium, we're all doing very, 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 very well. Um, so yeah, it would be fantastic. It would be fantastic, and that is my end goal. So Project One and Two, essentially, I can finance them myself, and I can net that entire profit. But it's really getting into Project Four and Five where, um, I start to, like what my dreams essentially come true. Um, like one component that people like, again, I think I said this in the first one of my first AMAs. I want an entire floor in a condo to myself. That's what I've always wanted. And to do that, you also essentially have to build a damn condo to have them build that into the architect. So that's kind of why I'm doing all of this, and it's also to bring back some notoriety to the DeFi space. Um, that yeah, that's why I'm. Hold on, I haven't been reading. I woke up from his Levi, do your thing, man. Paid an anal. What do you mean I paid an? Oh, annual, annual. You mean annual? No, that's why I chuckled. No, so I do have a firm retained, but the guy we hired is from the Bahamas. So we kind of have him working on everything, just to get everything sorted. My law firm retaining it's in Toronto because that's where our whole company is based. Um, and they don't really know the legal laws in the Bahamas. Uh, so I just wanted to get a lawyer from the Bahamas to do everything. Um, yeah, to get back to it, that's essentially my dream. My dream is to essentially build a condo, and then go from there. And if it works out, and I've always been very open and adamant about this. Condo Project Five is where. Can you reiterate what P5 was supposed to be? Is that the condo bit? Yeah. So P5 Project Five is the condo, um, and like it's the one thing that I actually want to mention to everybody, and I've always been open about this. You can check all the other AMAs. That's when it gets tricky. That's when you guys can actually legitimately lose money. I'm going to be liquidating everything I have to go into this project. Um, but that's where it gets tricky, but that's where it also gets stupid fucking profitable. So there's going to be a build up. So from projects 1 to 4. Projects 3 and 4 will also be a lot more like substantial in size. But I think after we successfully complete project 1, you know, it'll be a lot easier. The community will have grown. People will know about us. We'll grow bigger than what we already are. So that's essentially where my mindset is at. And then the idea of us, building a casino. Casinos are very freaking profitable, man. So you guys don't know this, but my cousin is actually doing a deal with a casino here in our country, and in this casino specifically has about 40 to 50,000 people come in it every day, right? Now, no one really goes to a casino to gamble $20, but they do, let's say 50. So we could put a customer average of $50. That's $2.5 million just to run some damn machines. Now, obviously, there are some expenses like employee costs and electricity and all that other great stuff. But $2.5 million a day on an average day, that's your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You're not even accounting for your Friday and Saturday, plus food, drinks, and hotels. So, dude, that's what I'm saying. You run your hospitality industry. You're making a killing. People don't know that what's it called? A large Coke from McDonald's realistically costs pennies. 8 9 cents, and you're charging $1 to $2. Chicken wings at wholesale cost is $2. You're charging. Where I'm from, we pay $20 a pound for wings, which is what, like 13 or 14 US, 13 or 14 US a pound for wings. Um, so all like food is another great avenue to make an incredible amount, and if we can get, like, let's say our food costs to cover our employee labor costs and our overhead expenses, then all that money is ours. I've thought about it. Now I haven't put too much thought into it because, like, developing a casino, you basically have to grease the monkey. Yes, 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 yes. Come here. You have to grease the monkey. You have officials you got to pay off. Yeah, yes. Oh, dude. They were actually saying that their deductible just for their insurance is 75,000. So people really like milk these fuckers. You'll need a complete fucking law firm dedicated to that. Like I said, it's a big project. It's doable, you know. But I've never done it. Proper licensing too meant lobbying. No, but what's it called? Like it's a lot. You got to pay off, politicians. You got to get the friggin' place zoned. You have to make sure that you're not doing it during election times because they never like to approve things during election times, because it could sway votes depending on how things go. So they never really approve anything. Take years. It does take years to launch one, and then the majority of my time is set up doing that. Um, but it is profitable, and it's very profitable. So it depends on country, I guess. Yeah, it really does. Like those are things that we'd have to talk about, years ahead. I don't think we'd be able to do something like that for the next 10 years. And I'm very realistic with my timelines. Like Project Two is going to be like a full year. It'll be a full year in the works for that to work out. Project Three might take a year and a half to 2 years. Um, and then Project Five would probably take 2 to 3 years. If your countries do it faster, great. But my country's dog shit, and we typically take 2 years, sometimes 3 years to finish a fucking condo, especially if we're going high rise. Um, but like those things will all be open ended. At that point, I might not do the NFTs. I might actually just open it up as a company and have everyone just do profit sharing, or like open it up as stocks and just allocate everyone stocks. Um, Again, like if everyone still wants to do it as a DeFi project, then yeah, we'll keep it in DeFi. Like I don't mind. Um, okay, here, come here. Oh, see your mom. 1 second, guys. 1 second. All right, go ahead, buddy. Okay, I'm back. Um, yeah, I think Project Five is basically where we're gonna. I think a lot more planning. I'm not there yet. It's more of wishful thinking. It is what it is. So yeah, and for those of you who are waiting on the RLF announcement, that we're here. Clearly, you guys can see that we are partnering with them. Um, it's more so like we're waiting on them to finish up on their side and get everything organized. But I think we should be hearing from them soon, which is fantastic. But yeah, I'm leaving that aspect to them as to when they make the announcement, and I'm pushing forward with our own marketing. So this Thursday, you guys should actually be seeing our first basically like marketing video, and then every day seeing something new, and we're gonna essentially be going from there. Um, and hopefully everything progresses. So I'm gonna speed up everything within the next 2 weeks. Hopefully, I don't want to say it'll be this week, but it can be that our partnerships will be announced. Again, I'm not specifying because you guys get pissed when I specify. So I'm just gonna kind of leave it open ended there. Um, but yeah, things are gonna start moving along a lot faster. Today and tomorrow, I'm just gonna be updating the website. And just doing a few things behind the scenes. I will be here. You guys can check me out on GenChat. Um, so I'm gonna be like online, offline for a little bit. Um, and yeah, if there's any other questions that you guys have, please feel free to ask. You just hold on. Let me see. I didn't see that. Let me get back to this. Oh, drywall, dude. Typical drywall. Same old drywall. Yeah, yeah. No problem, mate. Anytime, man. You have a wonderful day, dude. Okay. Well, take it easy, guys. I think we're gonna end our AMA here, and we'll talk soon, guys. Take it easy. I am back. Well, you got back for us to. We're wrapping up now. Uh,
What's the thing with the lawyer? What are we doing for that?
he hasn't responded to my text, so I'm gonna basically fire his ass up later today and get everything on.
All right, sounds good. All right, see you guys. Take care.